According to police figures, Liverpool is among several large cities which has seen a rise in hate crimes.
Detectives are questioning another 2 men arrested at Liverpool Airport last night.
The 2 young men were immediately arrested on suspicion of murder.
Hate crime can take many forms, including physical attacks such as physical assault, damage to property, offensive graffiti and arson, threat of attack including offensive letters, abusive or obscene telephone calls, groups hanging around to intimidate, and unfounded malicious complaints. Verbal abuse, insult or harassment, taunting, offensive leaflets and posters, abusive gestures, dumping of rubbish outside homes or through letterboxes, and also bullying at school or in the workplace. That was the legal definition of hate crime. In terms of how hate crime has affected me, is when I was younger, I was a victim of hate crime from very young, in terms of just name calling and stuff like that at school. A couple of years later, my brother was taken in a racist attack in Huyton, and basically that devastated my family. One of the things that we were able to go to was the police, and they were able to help us to obtain some sort of justice. For everybody out there, I want to encourage you to report incidents that happen to you. Don't be afraid. There are organisations out there that can help. If you don't want to go straight to the police, go to third-party reporting places, for example, the Anthony Walker Foundation or Stop Hate UK. Report the incidents that happen and don't suffer in silence.
I personally have been a victim of hate crime. I was discriminated against for the colour of my skin and for my sexuality, even the city that I'm from, and this shouldn't be happening. It's 2013 and we're here to make a positive change and to raise awareness that this is no longer acceptable. We are all equal.
Disability hate crime, to me, it's an instance of an individual who may have an impairment or disability, physical, sensory, learning difficulty, whatever. But and that incident may be name calling, maybe bullying, maybe smashed windows, targeting that individual. When it's targeted, that to me is a disability incident, disability hate crime.
Well, the way I interpret hate crime is a group of nasty individuals causing terror and intimidation and pain into a person just because they are different. And the world that we live in is a multicultural, multi-ethnic society, and we should celebrate those differences. And hate crime, to me, comes about through the lack of education, lack of respect and lack of awareness.
Hate crime to me is when you get a brick through your window, when you get dog crap put through your letterbox, you get graffiti written on your wall, and when you walk down the street you're called a freak or a pedo. That's hate crime to me.
Merseyside Police takes hate crime extremely seriously. We have specialist officers trained to deal with hate crime of all types. It doesn't necessarily mean that you as a victim will have to go to court. There are other ways of dealing with hate crime. Don't suffer in silence.